What's going on, y'all? It's 2KJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Miami Heat, who just recently signed Kevin Love after he got bought out by the Cleveland Cavaliers. This video is going to be a minimum of 3 seasons where the goal is to win a championship. And if I can't do it during that time, then the video won't end until eventually I do. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Let's get it.
All right, guys, we're here on start today mode, where the Miami Heat are the number 7 team in the Eastern Conference. They're 32-27, and they're 10 games behind the Boston Celtics. Now, the rest of the league has already been updated with some buyouts and signings. So the Chicago Bulls, for example, already have Patrick Beverley on the roster. There he is. And then the Los Angeles Clippers already have Russell Westbrook on the team. Now, I want to say, guys, I just did a Los Angeles Clippers rebuild. If you haven't watched it, make sure to go check it out. It should be popping up here. But apparently when I say Westbrook's name very quickly, sometimes it sounds like I'm saying West Brick, and I apologize for that. I did not mean any disrespect. But now that we got that out the way, let's focus here on this rebuild. So like I mentioned, we are here on start today mode. So since we're already past the trade deadline and I can't make any moves, this year isn't going to count towards the 3 years of our realistic rebuild. It's going to start next season. So this year we're really just going to simulate the whole season, and then we'll start it off here in the offseason. That's when we'll get to work. So before we get into that, man, let's go ahead and take a look at the rotation for the Miami Heat. At the 1, they've got Kyle Lowry. This is a guy who's 36 years old and making a lot of money, man. Way more than the value we're actually getting from him at this point, because he is past his prime, past his Toronto Raptors days. So he's making 28 mil and about to be just under 30 mil next season. We're definitely looking to upgrade the point guard spot, and hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to move on from Lowry next season when he's on an expiring deal. Taking a look at Tyler Hero, this is a big source of their offense. He's also 23 years old. The plan right now is to keep him, but next season he's going to be making 27 M's, and that might make it really easy to match some salary for like a big name. So if we do want to make a splash, Tyler Hero will probably be one of the guys that we'd include in the trade, but we'll see how that goes. At the 3, we got Jimmy Butler. Obviously, we know everything that he brings to the table. One of the best two-way players in the league. At the 4, we got Kevin Love. Like we mentioned, just got signed. And really, man, I think this is a great fit with him in Miami, because the Heat badly needed a 4, man. I mean, they were running with Caleb Martin, who is 6'5", as you can see. It still says power forward is his primary position. In reality, he's like a 2-3. That's what we're going to switch him to here off camera. But yeah, Kevin Love is a great fit. They needed Martin for the shooting, but Kevin Love is able to provide that. He's shooting league average this season, but he's actually been shooting a lot better in previous years. So he's definitely capable of spreading the floor, which would be nice. And obviously he has more of a traditional size at the 4 than Caleb Martin. So I think he's going to be a really nice connector between Jimmy Butler, who loves to shoot the mid-range shots, and Bam Adebayo, who mostly goes to work down low. Kevin Love will be that guy who can spread the floor, knock down some threes. So I think it's a really good fit, man. At the 5, like we mentioned, we got Bam Adebayo. This is a guy who's one of the most versatile defenders in the league. I mean, he can defend positions 1 through 5. He's 6'9", doesn't have the best size for a center, but I mean, he's still averaging double-digit rebounds per game. Pretty much has done that his whole career. So yeah, I love me some Bam Adebayo. He's definitely going to be a part of our future. I wouldn't say untouchable, because I don't really consider any player to ever be untouchable, but he's pretty close to it, you know. And then off the bench, we got Victor Oladipo. This is a guy who is a good two-way player. I think he can be a really nice spark off the bench for us. Max Strus is also a guy who can give us some production, mostly three-point shooting. Omar Yurtseven has some more traditional size at the 5, so that's nice whenever we need to go big, as opposed to Bam Adebayo. Yurtseven is 6'11" and can get boards like crazy, as we see by his per 36, averaging 15 of them things. In reality, it's 5, but you get the point. He can get some boards, so that's nice to have. Caleb Martin, like we said, he'll be a 2-3. And then also we got Gabe Vincent. We got Duncan Robinson. This contract, man, this contract is tough, because he's not even playing anymore, and yet he's making 17 M's just about this season, and it's only going to go up to pretty much 20. I would really love to move on from Duncan Robinson, but this is a realistic rebuild, and I think in reality, the Miami Heat would have to go up like a first-round pick for somebody to take this contract. So I don't know if we're willing to give that up, because the Heat already don't have a whole lot of draft capital. So we'll see. We might end up just biting the bullet and paying all of this to Duncan Robinson, but that's something we'll find out in the next few seasons. Also, we got Nikola Jovic off the bench. We've got Cody Zeller, and we've got old man Udonis Haslem. So that's a look at the Miami Heat, man. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the 3-year plan. So for the first season, meaning next year, the goal is to add point guard and power forward depth. If Kyle Lowry becomes our backup point guard, then that'd be good. But either way, we need a new starting point guard if we want to compete for a championship. And then also, I would think by next season when Kevin Love starts to regress a little bit more, we're probably going to want a nice starting power forward. So we're going to look to upgrade that as well. For season number 2, the goal is to dump bad contracts. Now by then, we won't have Kyle Lowry on the books, so that's nice. And then we'll see if we can get rid of Duncan Robinson's contract, man. Like I mentioned, I think it's going to be difficult, but I do want to free up some money because Tyler Hero's contract is about to kick in. We're going to be paying Jimmy Butler. We're going to be paying Bam Adebayo. And I'd imagine we'll be paying either our new point guard or our power forward once we upgrade those positions. So we need to save some money. Losing guys like Duncan Robinson will go a long way for that. And then for season 3, if we haven't won a championship by then, buy if needed. This is what I was talking about, man. If I need to make a splash, a guy like Tyler Hero might be somebody that gets moved in the 3rd season. But we'll see how it all plays out, man. I've been doing a lot of talking. Let's go ahead and simulate this regular season and see how it all plays out. Alrighty, so Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Paolo Banchero gets Rookie of the Year. We don't really care about any of this unless it concerns us, and it doesn't look like it will. Taking a look at the All-NBA teams, or we're maybe going to have a Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, something like that on the defensive teams. There we go. All-NBA 3rd team, Jimmy Butler. That's really nice to see. And also, he made All-Defensive 2nd team, so that's also good. No love for Bam Adebayo. That's a bit disappointing. We definitely don't have anything for the all-rookie teams, but let's keep it moving, man. Where do we finish? We are the number 5 seed. Okay, so we made a little bit of progress after bringing in Kevin Love. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We finished 49-33, 12 games behind the Boston Celtics. So actually, they gained some ground on us, I think, by 2 games. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. And I want to say thank you to somebody who pointed out that we can actually come over here to split stats and see what somebody averaged post All-Star break. So this is what Kevin Love did once he came over here to Miami. He averaged 14 points, about 8 rebounds per game, 3 assists. Actually, really good numbers, man. We'll definitely take that. Not the most efficient when it came to shooting the ball. Was he at least good from deep? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, if he's just catching and shooting, man, from deep, then I'm not mad at it. So that's a really good addition. As we take a look at the rest of this, Jimmy Butler, 20+ points per game. Same for Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo was just right underneath it. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Again, this season doesn't really mean anything for us, so we're just going to simulate this round by round. But yeah, I feel pretty good about next season. It looks like we'll be inheriting a pretty solid team. So we're going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Like I mentioned, we began this post-trade deadline, so all the rosters are what we know in real life. We're just going to simulate this round by round, man, as we actually sweep them, which is pretty surprising. Now we're going up against the Boston Celtics. Let's go ahead and take this round by round, and we survived. Wow. I didn't expect us to beat the Celtics. I really didn't. And now we're going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got to imagine we're losing this series probably. Maybe not. Now we're going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Are we really going to win it this first year without me doing anything? We're not. Okay, cool. So we have some work to do. You know, we want a championship, man. I've said this before. If we win a championship the year I don't do anything, that just makes me look bad if the next few seasons when I am doing stuff, we're not able to win. So we actually have some room for growth here as we fell just short to the Dallas Mavericks in 6 games. But let's go ahead and keep it moving, man. Player retirements. We're going to skip most of this stuff here. LeBron James, we're going to try to bring him back, or we will bring him back. Udonis Haslem, we can let him retire, man. He's 43 years old. As we take a look at the rest of this, I'm fine with everything else, man. It's mostly just LeBron. Sometimes we see Chris Paul in the first year. Just like really big contributors on championship teams. That's what we look to override. So coming over here to the draft lottery, I don't think we're going to have our pick this year, although I'm not entirely sure. Let's go ahead and find this out here as we're just going to simulate this. So we do have the 23rd pick, but it went to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who seem to have everybody's pick. That's fine. Yeah, we're looking to win a championship, man, right away. So bringing in young guys, not really a top priority for us as of right now. So we're going to skip the draft, rookie signings, all that, and go straight to team/player options. Victor Oladipo has declined. He's making about $9.5 million. Maybe we can bring him back for even less than that. I'm not too sure. He's 31 years old. You got to imagine he'll regress. So we'll see. We'll see, but I'm not tripping about that. As we come over here to qualifying offers, Omar, you're at 7. We're definitely going to bring him back just a little bit over 2 M's. He says he feels lit. So I guess he's excited about being on the team, and that's good. You want to have guys who are excited to be on your team. But taking a look at free agency here, let's go ahead and see which guys we need to bring back. One of those guys is VO, like we just saw. He's an unrestricted free agent, expecting 10 M's, but you got no offers, my boy. Yeah, you should have just accepted the player option, man. You should have accepted it. We're going to get this thing down to 7.25. And actually, I want the team option on the second year because I don't know how much you're going to regress. We'll actually bump this up just a little bit. We'll make this 7.4 since I'm not completely greedy. There we go. All right, we also need to bring back Kevin Love. Let's go ahead and find him here. I think he was a 77 overall. There he is. No offers, expecting just under 6 M's. 34 years old. We're going to do the same thing with VO. We're going to make it a 1-1 with a team option on the second year. And since you got no offers, man, I'd love to get this down to, let's go ahead and say about 4.4. Actually, we'll go Jay-Z, 444. Let's go ahead and do that here. All right, cool. Who else do we have? Let's go ahead and see. Max Strus, that's the other guy. He also has no offers, so we're going to go ahead and try to get a little bargain here per usual. Let's get this to under 7. Can we do that? I'm fine with just a solid 2 years, no team option. He's 27 years old, so I'm not too worried about him regressing. At least I would hope not. But actually, you know what? You can never be too safe. So we're going to try this. We'll bump it a little bit up because I think he's going to decline it. There we go. Okay, cool. So those are our 3 offers for day 1. They all agree, so that's good to see. And let's go ahead and see, man. Is there anybody on like a mid-level exception that we might be able to snag? We don't have a whole lot of money, but let's go ahead and see if we can find a bargain. We're going to try to pick up Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I mean, he's 22 years old, 76 overall, has really good potential, A-, and is an unrestricted free agent with no offers, only expecting a little bit under 2 M's. Yeah, that's easy, man. We will take the minimum on him. I wanted to try to extend this to a longer deal, but we will take a 1-1 with the team option. That's fine by me. So I think that's going to be it, man. I think that's going to be it, as it looks like they're all agreeing. There we go. I think that's a W, man. Let's go ahead and move over to player progression. Alrighty, so Jimmy Butler goes down 1. That's fine. Bam Adebayo stays put. Little disappointing, but Tyler Hero does go up 2. Victor Oladipo goes up 1, which is nice, especially considering he's 31 years old. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, I think he might be a sneaky pickup, man. If anything, he has some trade value. Really, whoever we decide is going to be our backup center. Between him and Omar Yurtseven, we'll just trade the other. Kevin Love stays put, which is really, really nice. I still think he's going to come off the bench for us as our backup power forward, but it's good to know that we're still going to have him as a nice rotational player at 76 overall. I was afraid he might drop by like 2 or 3, and all of a sudden we might have to move on from him, but it doesn't look like we'll have to do that. So Yurtseven, as we mentioned, he's here. He went up 1. Kyle Lowry went down 2. At this point, man, I don't even know if he's going to be our backup point guard. We might try to move him. You know, some team might want to take him on an expiring deal. We probably have to give up some draft capital, hopefully just a few seconds, but we'll see. Caleb Martin stays put. Max Strus goes down 1. Oh, man. Did I end up giving him the team? I think I did, right? I was just trying to be safe. I did. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was saying I don't think he'll regress. I'm glad that I did give that team option because he did regress. Nikola Jovic goes up 1. That's good. Duncan Robinson goes down 1. We definitely have to move on from him, man. But all right, let's go ahead and move on to season number 2 where we can finally make some moves. Let's get into it. All right, man. So here's a trade I'm thinking about. John Collins. This is a guy who's been on the trading block. There's been rumors about him getting moved for the past, I don't know how many seasons. They actually just recently fired Nate McMillan, I think yesterday as I'm recording this. And then they were only the 7th seed in last season's playoffs. So I think it's finally time for them to start to move on from John Collins. Focus on getting some future draft capital because they gave up a lot in order to get DeJounte Murray. So here's an unprotected 2028 first round pick. That could potentially be very valuable. I think there's a chance they accept this, man. Let's go ahead and try this out. And they do. All right. So just like that, we have our starting power forward. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We got Kyle Lowry. Victor Oladipo is not starting. There we go. Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, John Collins, and Bam Adebayo, man. I like this addition a lot because it's very similar to what I said about Kevin Love being a connector for Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Collins had a down year when it comes to shooting threes last season. Actually, a really big down year, 23.8%. But other than that, man, he's been shooting the ball really well from deep the past few seasons. Actually, it's one of the more underrated aspects of his game, something that I think gets overlooked because people tend to think of him as just a rim runner. He can also provide some floor spacing, so I think it's a really good fit here, and hopefully a change in scenery will allow him to get back to knocking down shots, and we'll see the best version of him. That's the plan here. That is the hope. But yeah, I feel really good about that addition. Now we can have Kevin Love off the bench, which is nice. We do still need to upgrade Kyle Lowry. Now he's a 76 overall, so if he ends up remaining on the team and being our backup point guard, I wouldn't be mad at it. But we're going to see. Let's go ahead and see what's out there. All right, guys, so I think I found the point guard that I want to get. However, he just recently got extended, and so he can't be moved until December 24th. We also have a few pieces that can't be traded until then, so we're just going to simulate to December 24th and then we'll make some moves after that. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so December 24th has come around, and honestly, it couldn't have come soon enough. We are 13-17, which to me is only further confirmation that we need to make a move. Let me go ahead and show you what I have in mind. All right, guys, it's a big move, but we're going to try to send Kyle Lowry back to Toronto in exchange for Fred VanVleet. The Raptors underperformed last season, and maybe it's time for them to look to the future. They'd be getting a nice young piece here in Nikola Jovic, who I hate to let go. However, I think it's worth it here, man, because we clearly need a starting point guard. I mean, look at what Kyle Lowry's averaging. These are his per 36, actually. Jeez, it's even worse. Yeah, about 8 and 8, man. Shooting just horrendously from the floor, from deep, from the free throw line, just everywhere, man. So we need to upgrade that. He's on an expiring deal, which makes it a little bit easier here. I'd imagine he'd come over here for a year and just retire in Toronto. And yeah, bringing in Fred VanVleet. You know, he's 29 years old, but at least he's playing well. I hate to pay him this much money, but maybe we move on from him in a couple years. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I think we need to make a move to win a championship. So Kyle Lowry, 2 second-round picks, and Nikola Jovic. Let's see if they accept it. They're saying no. We're going to try one more second here. It's our last second. Let's see if this is enough. It's still not. Oh, man. What else can we give up? Because we don't have any access to these first-round picks. I don't know if I mentioned that. But yeah, that's it for us in terms of picks. So let's see. Do we have anybody who you guys might be interested in? We've got like Max Strus, who's making 7 M's. Actually, we can't move on from him just yet. What about Victor Oladipo? I mean, he hasn't been shooting the ball very well at all, actually. As we go and take a look at this, yeah, he's been shooting horribly, but maybe there's something there. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and try to see here. That's 7 mil that they would have to make up here, right? Actually just 4 mil. Let's go ahead and see. Do they have anything they can give us that is less value? It wouldn't be Precious Achiuwa. It definitely wouldn't be one of the Thompson twins. Let's see. Maybe Dennis Schroeder is a little bit less. No, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Let's see. Do we have anybody else here of any interest for you guys? Like, I see Jeremiah Robinson Earl might be an option. I hate to give him up, but I guess we still have Omar Yurt 7, right? Yeah, so there's that. Is this an overpay, man? Is this an overpay for Fred VanVleet? Let's see. You know what? If it wins us a championship, it's not an overpay, but we're going to try to keep these seconds. No. Let's see. One of these seconds. There we go. All right, man. Did I overpay? You guys let me know. But at the end of the day, we have a really nice starting lineup now. Fred VanVleet, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, John Collins, and Bam Adebayo. Off the bench, we need a lot of help. We got Victor Oladipo and Otto Porter. I'm pretty happy with those two. Kevin Love, I'm also happy with. Max Strus, honestly, man, this isn't horrible. We definitely need a backup point guard and a backup center now. Yurt 7 will definitely be getting minutes for us. Let's go ahead and do that. He's upset. He's actually only a 72 overall now because he went down 4 since he's upset. So hopefully he'll go back up to a 76 now that he's getting some PT. So that's our 9-man rotation. We definitely need a point guard like I mentioned because we're not going to roll with 33-year-old Kemba Walker who's a 73 overall. We need to find a way to upgrade that position, and let's go ahead and see if we can do that. We got one more trade, so let's make it happen. Let's bring in Derrick Rose, man. Try to win him a championship. I'd imagine he's going to be retiring pretty soon at the age of 35. He's on the Timberwolves making just under 2 M's. They actually already have John Wall also on the team, in addition to like Corey Joseph, Chris Clemens. So they got a lot of point guards, and I think they'll just take any draft capital they can get, considering they gave up so much for Rudy Gobert. So Aaron Holiday and a 2nd-round pick in 2026. I think this should be enough. Is it not? There we go. For the starting lineup, we got Fred VanVleet, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, John Collins, and Bam Adebayo. Off the bench, we got Victor Oladipo, Kevin Love, Otto Porter, Omar Yurt 7, who will hopefully go back up to a 76 overall once he's done throwing a temper tantrum. And then we have Derrick Rose to close it out. So I feel really good about it, man. Kemba Walker also here, Damian Lee, Max Strus. I wanted to trade him because he actually is making a little bit of money, which would have been nice. His salary filler, he's making 7 M's. But unfortunately, we can't move him until like January 28th, I think it is. And honestly, man, we cannot afford to just keep simming to like right here and then make moves because we're 13-17, like we mentioned. So let's go ahead and simulate this, man. Hopefully that is enough to climb up the conference standings because we're the 11th seed. So we got some work to do. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so John Collins is no longer on the Hawks, and Trae Young is thriving without him. 34 points, 13 assists per game, MVP. Pretty cool to see that. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year, makes sense. Scoot Henderson, 6th Man of the Year in Indiana. That's interesting. Nicholas Claxton, Depoy, Darius Garland, most improved. I say this every time, man, but the Cavs are a very scary team in simulation because they're going to continue to get better. They're so young, and Darius Garland is definitely somebody you should be afraid of. Yeah, that's not good, man. Hopefully we don't have to go through them. Hopefully somebody else will beat them in the playoffs. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and take a look at these all-NBA teams. Do we have anybody here? Doesn't look like it. Not even all defensive teams. All right, that's a little bit disappointing, but let's go ahead and check out where we finished. We are actually the number 5 seed, which is really good. We started off at 11 before making all those trades. Let's go ahead and see what our record was. We were 48-34, 16 games behind the Cavaliers. This is what I was talking about, man. I'm terrified of this team. Somebody please beat them other than us, so we don't have to. The Pelicans were at the top of the Western Conference, 57-25. Before we get into simulating, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats, where I believe our leading scorer was Tyler Hero. Yep, 22 points per game. Shooting the ball pretty well, it looks like. Oh yeah, really well. Jimmy Butler also doing his thing. Fred VanVleet looks like he's been a nice facilitator for us. Actually, Jimmy Butler is also averaging 6 assists. That's impressive. VO 4 assists off the bench. So we have some nice facilitating, man. I was a little bit worried about that because I was not too confident about our backup point guard, Derrick Rose. I mostly have him here just to get him a ring, but it's good to see other guys are stepping up in terms of passing the ball. So let's go ahead and simulate the play in here. We don't care about that, and we're going to be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go ahead and see what they got, man. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Rui Hachimura now on the team, and then Joel Embiid. All right, it's a good team, but I think we are better. I do think so. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to shorten the rotation because I always forget to do this. Yeah, you never want to roll with a 10-man rotation in the playoffs. Let's knock that down to 9. See who they want to take away minutes from. They want to take them from D Rose, which I don't love that. I really don't love that. But who else are we going to take them from? I think we have to. Yeah, I think we have to. So I guess that's what we're going to roll with. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's take this game by game here. We simulate the first one and we win. Good to see. 2-0. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy. All right. But look who we're going to be going up against. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Great. Is it the same roster? Jonathan Isaac now on the team. Even better. The 2K sim loves Jonathan Isaac. So, yeah, this got even more difficult for us. All right, boys. Let's take this game by game. We win the first one. Okay. We win the second one. Okay, that's fine. Yup. That was big. Come on. Let's go. Oh, we're winning it all. We're winning it all. If we're beating Cleveland in 5, it's GG's, man. As the Hawks, I said they were rebuilding. John Collins, this is your revenge, man. They didn't want you. Let's get it. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin now plugged in. Same for Sadiq Bey. He's not getting the start. And then Clint Capella. All right, man. This is your revenge game, John. I want to see what you're averaging, man. I want to see what you do in these games. Let's simulate it game by game. We win the first one. The second one, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, bro. Come on now. Let me go ahead and peep this. What'd you do, my boy John? Don't worry about it. Hey, we advance as we're going up against the Pelicans, who have Paul George. Very interesting. For those who didn't watch, I did a realistic rebuild of the Los Angeles Clippers and ended up hitting the reset button, so I did have to trade Paul George. I won't say where I traded him to, but it wasn't the Pelicans. This is very interesting. They actually signed Taylor Horton-Tucker, who was actually a free agent before I traded for Derrick Rose. Off camera, I was thinking about signing Taylor Horton-Tucker in free agency. He was just sitting there, but I thought, you know what, it's not really too realistic that he'd be a free agent, so I went ahead and moved on from that. But it looks like the Pelicans picked them up and now they're starting them. Very interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this game by game, man. Hopefully we can win this. Let's take it with game 1. We lose. Okay, there we go. Bounce back. No, not 3-1. There we go. Come on, guys. No. What do I do? Do I want to shorten this even more? I don't think I do, man. I mean, K Love can be our power forward / center. So maybe we get rid of your 7's minutes. Let's go ahead and see if we can at least shorten them. Is he doing much? I mean, he's not doing a whole lot. He's shooting it well from the floor overall, but like, come on, Kevin Love, I think he can handle it, man. I think he can. He's a championship player at the end of the day. Do we maybe want to give some more minutes to D Rose? I don't know. Either way, we're going to take away some minutes from your 7. That's for sure. What do they want to do? We need to give some more minutes. Let's see. Jimmy Butler, man. Hey, in the bubble, this man was playing pretty much the whole game. We need that again, bro. Same for Bam Adebayo. Let's bump John Collins up to 30. And I think that's about the best we can do, right? I think that's the best we can do. We're going to simcast this and just hope that we win. Come on, boys. Let's at least force game 7. Yep, we win the first quarter. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to have game 7, boys. We are going to have game 7. And this one is going to be in New Orleans, I think. We're just going to run it back. We got the momentum heading into this one. Let's see. As we go quarter by quarter, we lose the first one. Okay, come on, boys. There we go. There we go. Big third quarter. Let's go. 50-point third quarter. Miami. We did it, boys. We did it. As it took 7 games, but the Miami Heat have defeated the New Orleans Pelicans. Jimmy Butler, finals MVP, 22 points, 8 boards, 8 assists, 3 steals. We round up around here. Let's go, Jimmy. Let's go, man. All right. Hey, mission accomplished. First year, we win a championship. Can we repeat? That's what we're going to try to do, as we cannot veto this anymore for LeBron James. Chris Paul is now 39. At this point, whoever wants to retire, we're just going to let them retire. Kevin Love, man, I want to bring him back. I'm not going to lie. I want to bring him back. But if he wants to go out on top, I guess I can't be mad at it. Actually, you know what? I can be mad at it. We're bringing you back, K-Love. If he regresses, then it is what it is. But come back, bro. Even if you're just on the bench, try to win another title with us. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're coming over here to the draft lottery. Let's go ahead and get into it here. I think we have a pick. Do we not? Not in the lottery, but I think we do have a pick. We do. So it's the 30th one. But we'll take that, man. Let's come over here to the draft. So it doesn't look like we can actually move our pick, because I guess it was involved in a previous trade. So that's unfortunate. I wanted to see if we could trade it, because we really don't need a young player right now if we're trying to win. But either way, we're just going to sim to our pick here and see what we can find, man. Let's do some digging. Is this the best decision? I don't think it is. He's 22 years old. He's only supposed to be a C overall. We don't know the full scouting. But the guy's name is Will Cook. So I'm expecting that he will cook. You know what I mean? Danny Ainge starter projection as his ceiling. Maybe Lonnie Walker the fourth. We'll take that, man. We'll take that. It's a bit of a meme pick. But again, we don't really need the young prospects right now anyways. He's probably not going to be playing. So let's go ahead and go with Will Cook, man. Might as well. Miami Heat legend Will Cook. And we're just going to simulate this and just see what he ended up being overall wise here. 72 overall. We will take it. Again, 22 years old, so not the best. But it is what it is, man. We'll take that. Let's bring in Will Cook. As we take a look at team/player options. So we have a few choices to make. We got Victor Oladipo, Kevin Love, and Max Strus. These are all guys who we signed last year on the 1-and-1s. And honestly, man, I think if we just decline them, we can bring them all back for like even cheaper. Are we going to save a whole lot? I don't know. But hey, we need to save some money somewhere. So I think we're just going to actually do that. And hopefully we can bring them back. If not, then it is what it is. Qualifying offer for Omar at 7. Now is 77 overall. And he's back to feeling lit. We like it. We like it. He's done throwing a temper tantrum. All right, let's come over here to free agents. See who we got to bring back. 2K is bugging, bro. I would love to bring in Jose Alvarado. Unrestricted free agent, asking for less than 2 M's. I would love to do it, but that's too unrealistic, man. There's no way that New Orleans doesn't shell out $2 million to bring him back. So someone else is going to pick him up, but we're not going to do that, man. Although I would love to have him. We need a backup point guard, but it's fine either way. We're going to bring back Victor Oladipo, who's expecting 7, bro. Nah, man. Let's see. I think his original was like 7.4. So we are going to save a little bit of money. Let's get this down to another 1-and-1. Let's see. Let's do that here. And we will make this about 7. Am I petty for only saving like 300K? Yeah, probably. But it is what it is. Jeremiah Robinson Earl is there. This is a guy who we traded away. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and see. Where are the other 2 guys? Let's go ahead and find them here. Kevin Love, no offers. We're also going to make this. Let's just make it a 1-year deal, man, because he's going to want to retire anyways. So we're going to sign him to a minimum. So we did save about $1 million and change or something like that. This is all pretty much just small change. It's not a whole lot, but it's fine. Who was the other guy? I think it was Max Strus, right? Let's go ahead and find him. There's Max. And actually, this is saving us money because he wanted about 7 mil. That was going to be his team option. And now we're only going to have to give him a minimum deal. So that's really nice. So those are our 3 offers. They're all going to accept, I would imagine. And now let's go ahead and try to find a little sneaky pickup, man. Last year was Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Let's see who we can find this time around. we're going to pick up Usman Garuba. This is a guy who really has not been playing a whole lot the past few seasons with Houston, but he's 22 years old, 77 overall, only asking for 5 M's. Doesn't have the best potential, but maybe he's somebody we could trade. He might have some value come trade deadline. So let's go ahead and try to sign him here. We're going to get him for the low. And now we advance. It does look like he accepted. Let's go ahead and see. They all signed. Perfect, man. Let's come over here to player progression. So Jimmy Butler goes down 1. Honestly, man, I'm not mad at it. Only down 2 overall the last 2 seasons. We'll take that. Bam Adebayo staying put at 88 is a little disappointing, but Tyler Hero continues to improve. He's now an 88. John Collins in 85. We like to see that. Freddie stays put. That's huge because if he went down, that would have been pretty tough for us. But it looks like we're fine with keeping him as our starting point guard. Usman Garuba, man, already another steal. A 78 overall now. He went up 2 and is still 22 years old. So I feel great about that. Victor Oladipo stays put. We love it. Honestly, man, not a whole lot of regression. Like Kevin Love might still find his way into the rotation at 75 overall. Just to have a nice veteran guy off the bench. You know, I'm not mad at it. Max Strus will probably look to trade him, but I feel really good about this. Let's go ahead and move on to season 2. See what kind of upgrades we need to make. I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel since we just won a championship and brought back everybody. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. So before we make any moves, I'm going to simulate to December 24th like I usually do because a lot of guys sign extensions and they can't be moved until then. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll get into making some moves. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we are absolutely killing it. 27-5 is insane. It's really insane. Let's come over here and just take a look at the stats, see what guys are doing. My main concern was we needed a new point guard or a backup point guard because Derrick Rose did end up retiring. I forgot to mention that. But honestly, man, we're getting some really good facilitating here. Fred VanVleet, 7.5. Tyler Hero, 6.3. Jimmy Butler, 6.2. Even Bam Adebayo, Victor Oladipo. Like, VO is actually a shooting guard / point guard. Is he just going to be our backup point guard? I think he might be, man. I really don't think we need to make a whole lot of moves. I really don't. I'm going to do a little bit of looking around because I'm a GM. I wouldn't be doing my job if I just said, hey, we're good. We don't need to do anything. I'm going to do some digging, see what I can find. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, man. So I wasn't really able to find any trades that I liked. And because of that, I just went over here and made a quick signing, just a veteran minimum deal. I brought in Cedi Osman because as of right now, if VO is our backup point guard, then we're probably looking at like Strus as our 2-3, Usman Garuba as our 4, and Yurtseven as our 5. So I just really wanted like more of a 3-and-D type of player as an option if I don't want to play Strus. Taking a look at this here, he's capable of knocking down threes. Cedi Osman is. And then taking a look at his grades here, let's go ahead and find that. He's a B+ perimeter defender. So yeah, if we're in a situation where we need more defense off the bench, then we'll take away minutes from Strus, give him to Osman. But I think that's all we need to do, man. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're 27-5 right now. So I feel good about this. Let's simulate the rest of the regular season, just see how it plays out. All right, guys, we finished 68-14. Cooled off just a little bit, if you want to call it that, but still a really, really good season. Luka Doncic wins MVP. This guy, Stefan Lindemann, wins Rookie of the Year. Interesting. One of the Thompson twins gets 6th Man of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. All right, man, let's go ahead and take a look at the All-NBA teams. Do we have anything? I'm not really expecting much here. Maybe just a defensive team selection, but it doesn't look like we even get that. Nothing for our boy Will Cook on the all-rookie teams. I don't even think he played for us, but that's fine. Where do we finish? Yeah, why did I even ask? We were the top team in the Eastern Conference, but are we the top team in the league? Let's go ahead and find that out, and we are by a mile. Yeah, the Oklahoma City Thunder, we're at the top of the Western Conference with 49 wins. Detroit Pistons, 56 wins. Same for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm always afraid of them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here before we get into simulating here. So Tyler Hero, 27 points per game. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. Still assisting the ball as well. Contributing on the glass. This is a beautiful sight. Jimmy Butler, 18 points, 7 assists, 6 boards. We round up around here. Bam Adebayo. Yeah, man. This is a really, really good season so far for us. Of course, it doesn't mean anything if we don't win a championship. So that's still the goal. John Collins, 14 points, 7 boards. What's he shooting? Is he getting back to his old ways? Not great. I was really hoping he'd go back to being like an above league average 3-point shooter. We haven't gotten that. But it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I can't complain since the guys are playing well. Victor Oladipo still assisting the ball. Is Max Strus still shooting that thing? Because if he's not, yeah, okay, he is. I was going to say if he's not, Jetty Osman is waiting there. But I feel good about rolling with him here. So let's go ahead and simulate the play-in. We're going up against the Washington Wizards. Who do y'all got, man? They got Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson. Okay. They followed each other to Washington. That's very interesting. They also have Cameron Whitmore, Denny Avdia, and Kristaps Porzingis. So I want to shorten the rotation preemptively. I don't think I do, man. Let's go ahead and keep them a little bit more rested. You know, we're actually already at a 9-man rotation. Never mind. Yeah, so we're definitely not going to shorten that. Let's go ahead and take this game by game. We win the first one. We win the second one. We should sweep these boys. Come on. There we go. All right. So next matchup here is going to be against, let's see, the Charlotte Hornets. Who do y'all got? Still LaMelo, I imagine. Yep. Josh Richardson, Brandon Miller, Chris Murray, and Mark Williams. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to them. Okay. First team to take a game from us, and they're up 2-1. Okay, there we go. Come on, boys. Oh, yeah. Bounce back. Let's end this. There we go. Hey, they gave us a scare. I'm not going to lie. They had us in the first half, as we don't have to go up against Cleveland. That's a beautiful sight. Detroit's still very good, though. Kay Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Lou Dort is now on the team. I like that. Isaiah Stewart and Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, this is a scary team, man. This is a very scary team, especially for next season as well. They're only going to get better. Let's simulate the first game. They win it. Okay, we're tied up. 2-1. 2-2. Okay. Okay, come on. Let's end this. No! All right. Do we need to shorten the rotation? I don't think we're going to shorten it. But I do think we're going to go ahead and adjust some minutes here. Let's go ahead and see it. Like Max Strus, we can take away a little bit of minutes. We're going to take some more away from your 7 as well. We need to just give some more to the guys, man, to our main guys. Tyler Hero has been hooping, bro, so we got to give him more minutes. Yeah, 28 points per game. Yeah, we got to give him more. Let's see. What else can we take away? We're going to take away some more here. Yeah, man. Tyler Hero's got to play. Same for Jimmy Butler. I know he's getting older. How old now? 35? But what's he averaging? 17? Still shooting that thing? Oh, yeah. He's shooting even better right now, bro. Aging like fine wine. Let's go ahead and give him some more minutes. And let's simcast this, man. Let's simcast this. See if we can advance against a very young Detroit Pistons team, man. They're on the up and up. That is for sure. But we win the first quarter. Lose the second. Okay, we're here. It's close, man. Come on, boys. Yep. No! No! Do we jump in real quick? We might as well. We don't jump in too often. Let's get into it. All right, man. Let's go ahead and sit back. I'm putting the controller down, and we're just going to see how this plays out here. As we see Kay Cunningham with the ball here. I get to get into my my broadcasting bag here. Victor Wembanyama. That might be the dagger. Actually, not fully dagger, but they're up 5. As you see, they have D'Angelo Russell, Patrick Williams also on the team. Bro, this is a fun team. This is a team that I would love to rebuild. You know, I guess this would be the end result of the rebuild. Like, they put together a really nice squad, man. They definitely have. Tyler Hero with the ball going up. That's a tough shot. No, I thought Bam was in position. And now it's going to be the 5th foul for Bam. Oh, man. Jalen Duran's on the team. This team is unreal. Yeah, nah. We're not beating this team, boys. This team is going to be really hard to beat next season as well. They have D'Lo off the bench and Patrick Williams off the bench. And I guess Duran off the bench too, right? Because Victor Wembanyama's starting. Yeah, that's an insane bench, man. As we're going to lose this game. We don't need to see the rest of this. Let's go ahead and just sim to the end here. So, all right, man. So we lost that game. Yeah, Miami Heat have been eliminated. Hey, we put up a good fight. But yeah, that team is ridiculous, man. I don't know how they're going to afford to keep them together. We'll see how they do that. But here's a look at the finals matchup for those who care. Let's go ahead and just simulate the playoffs here. And Houston actually beats them. Wow, Alperen Sengun. Okay. Hey, that's surprising. I was over here talking up Detroit. Apparently, Houston's got to like that too, as we see Kevin Love finally retires. I wanted to get you one more, my boy, but I couldn't do it. And D Rose, I guess he didn't retire. So he went to Detroit, bro. He was ring chasing. He could have won another one. Oh, man, that's so tough. That is so tough. The D Rose falls short, and now he's retiring. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Kemba Walker, I forgot he was still on the roster. No disrespect. Yeah, all of this looks fine to me. So let's go ahead and keep it moving, man. Come over here to the draft lottery where I think we have a pick. Because I think the only one we traded was in 2028. So let's go ahead and simulate this here. It should be a late one. And actually it's going to the Thunder. Lovely, man. When in doubt, just assume your pick is going to the Thunder, honestly. All right, man, so we're advancing the team/player options. John Collins has declined his player option. Hopefully we don't have to pay him more than that. He's obviously testing the waters to see if he can get more, but hopefully it's not too much more because we're a little bit tight on money, which is why we're going to decline Victor Oladipo and do the same thing as last year. We'll just try to bring him back for even less money because I don't think he's going to have any other teams that are interested. At least he has in the past few years. Usman Garuba, we're definitely going to bring him back. Same for Omar Yurtseven. So that's good to see. Let's come over here and try to find who was it that I was just talking about? John Collins. Yeah, there he is. He is an unrestricted free agent, no offers, and is actually going to make even less money. So that's tough. That's very tough. And you know we're going to take advantage of that, man. You should have accepted it, my boy. You should have accepted it. We're going to get this down to like, can I make this less? Because he's 27. We might as well lock him up. We might as well lock him up, man. We'll make this 23.25. Let's see. Can we get that to go down? And actually give me a team on the last year. I always like to throw in a team option because you just never know. And yeah, it looks like he's going to accept that. Let's go ahead and find Victor Oladipo. He's all the way down here. I guess not too far down. I think he's like a 79, 78 now. There he is. All right. Unrestricted and now expecting less than 7. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But we're going to do this here. We're going to make this another 1-1. I apologize, VO. I apologize. We got to do this every offseason, man. I'm sorry. We're kind of doing him a little bit dirty here to have him go through this stress every offseason. But there we go. He is going to accept that. All right, man. So those are the only people we're bringing in. And our annual steal of the offseason, we're going to try to make a Karis LeVert here. Unrestricted free agent, 30 years old now. Only expecting $2 million. We will definitely take that. And I think that's about it, man. Let's go ahead and go through here. They do all sign. And that's all there is to it, man. Let's go ahead and move on to player progression. Bam Adebayo is now our top player. He's an 89 overall. Tyler Hero surprisingly went down 1. Same for John Collins. That's unfortunate. Jimmy Butler continues to decline. Same for Fred VanVleet. That's fine. Garuba goes up 1. Oladipo continues to improve. Surprisingly, at the age of 33. Yurtseven goes up 1. Karis LeVert now is 75. That's tough. I was really hoping he'd be something for us off the bench. Maybe he still will be. I think if we move him to small forward, he might go up to like 76, 77, and maybe we'll find a use for him in the rotation. But either way, man, this is our last year, and we're just going to try to win it one more time, man. You know, we're in a position to do it, so we might as well. We'll see what moves we need to make, but let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do that, though, we are moving LeVert, and yeah, he's a 77 overall now. All right, man, so I think I actually want to make a somewhat decent-sized move just because we're getting older, we're getting worse, and we weren't able to win last season. So I think we actually need to make a real addition as opposed to just bringing in like, you know, a 3-and-D guy at the end of the rotation. So we're going to try to make a big move, but some of the pieces that I want to trade actually can't be moved until January 25th. So we're just going to simulate to that date, and then we'll see what kind of trade we can pull off. So let's get into it. All right, man, I said we needed to make a splash, and I wasn't kidding. De'Aaron Fox is the guy that I'm targeting. He's now on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Apparently he got traded for Karl Anthony Towns. I didn't see when that happened, but yeah, this is a team that is actually one of the worst in the Western Conference right now. I was looking at the standings, so maybe it's time for them to get some of those picks back, man. Here's 2 first-round picks. You'll also get Fred VanVleet, and you'll get Usman Garuba, who's a nice role player. So let's go ahead and see if they will accept this. They're saying no. They want Victor Oladipo. That's so tough, man. I want to keep VO really badly because this guy has been one of our best players, if not our best player off the bench. So let's see, is there anything else I can do, man? He actually has less value than Hamidou Diallo, who you guys were offering us. Let's go ahead and see. We'll give you Will Cook. I hate to get rid of him, but he hasn't even played for us. So let's see if is there any value in Will Cook here. They're still saying no. They want a 2nd-round pick. They'll give us Joe Wieskamp. Done deal, man. Done deal. We're here, man. De'Aaron Fox, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, John Collins, and Bam Adebayo. Now, the bench has definitely taken a hit with us losing Usman Garuba. He was actually a really nice role player for us. But we still got some really good production. We managed to keep VO, which I'm really happy about. Yurtseven has been doing his thing as we go ahead and take a look at his per 36. Let's go ahead and find that here. Yeah, 14 and 13, so that's nice. Karis LeVert has been shooting the ball ridiculously well. 43.9%. That's a career high, so I'm really happy about that. We have a nice 1-2 here in Victor Oladipo. This would be like our 2-3. He's our center, so we really need like a 3-4 in order to round out the rotation. Amir Coffey is a 3-4, but he's only 74 overall, so he's not going to be that guy for us. We're just going to go ahead and try to make one more move to upgrade that. And once we do that, man, I feel really good about this team. So let's go ahead and see what else is out there. Let's just try to bring Otto Porter back, man. We might as well. He's now on the Milwaukee Bucks, who are actually the worst team in the league, believe it or not, which is very surprising. They actually have already lost Giannis Antetokounmpo, Drew Holiday, so all that's left is MPJ here and Chris Middleton. So go ahead and give us Otto Porter Jr. We will give you guys a second-round pick. Done deal. So that's the team, man. De'Aaron Fox, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, John Collins, and Bam Adebayo. Off the bench, we got Victor Oladipo, Omer Yurtseven, Karis LeVert, and Otto Porter. I feel really good about it, man. Now the question is, are we good enough to beat the Detroit Pistons? They are 39-6. Even the Cleveland Cavaliers 36-10. So yeah, man, we got some competition, but I think we definitely got better. I mean, bringing in De'Aaron Fox is a really nice addition. So let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the regular season and just see how this plays out. Alrighty, so Darius Garland wins MVP. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. He wins Rookie of the Year. Congratulations to you. Keontae George, Sixth Man of the Year. Okay, none of this is really involving us. It usually doesn't here. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Is there anybody on any of these teams? And it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and keep it moving, man. Where did we finish in the conference? Let's go ahead and find that. Still the number 3 seed, but only 5 games behind the Detroit Pistons. So not too bad. Really, the Eastern Conference is the conference to be afraid of, because the Golden State Warriors at 54 wins at the top of the West. And when you take a look at the East, we got 3 teams here with a better record than them. So tough, man. This is going to be tough, but we're going up here against the Charlotte Hornets. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at our season stats. Just for those who want to see them, we'll brush through this pretty quickly. Tyler Hero still our leading scorer. De'Aaron Fox coming in, doing his thing. That's nice to see. Yeah, not a whole lot to explain here, but let's go ahead and just keep it moving, man. I just want to see if we can end this challenge, this realistic rebuild, with a second title. That would be nice. I don't think we've done that. I don't know if we've done that in any of our previous ones, winning 2 out of the first 3 seasons. So that'd be really cool. Let's go ahead and see who the Hornets have. They have LaMelo Ball, Kelly Oubre Jr., Brandon Miller, Julius Randle on the team, and Mark Williams. Interesting. All right, let's take this game by game, man. We win the first one. Yep. We lose the second. Okay, 2-1. I was about to say, do we need to shorten the rotation? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I was trying to get away with it. Actually, never mind. It's already at 9. I keep forgetting that. What can we do here? Otto Porter Jr. is on fire, so I don't want to take away minutes from him. But I feel like we need more for Fox and Hero, man. We got to find a way to do that. Let's take some minutes away from your 7. Let's go ahead and give some more here. Yep, we'll do that. We will give some more to, I guess, Fox. So 34, 34, and 34. That sounds good to me. Oh, we have 1 more minute left. All right, let me go ahead and give 1 more to John Collins. Cool. All right, we got 2 games to win here. Let's get this. We win the first one, or I guess game 6 or game 5. Sorry, I'm losing it. But we advance here. I'm sorry, man. It's late at night here. Your boy's on his grind, posting every single weekday. So that requires me to record very late at night, as we're going up here against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here we go, man. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Jonathan Isaac, same team. Same team. Great. Let's get into it, man. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid as we lose the first one, lose the second. Guys, I mean, what can I really do? What can I really do? Let's see. Otto Porter is no longer on fire. Let's take away his minutes entirely. And I guess just give some more, man. I know y'all are tired here, but let's bump this up. Let's bump it up here and see if we can get this W. There we go. All right. But I doubt it. We're down 3-0. So, yeah. Tough, man. Tough. I wanted to see if I could win 2 titles, but it is what it is. We still got our 1 championship, so that's good to see, as the Cavaliers are actually in the finals now, going up against the Grizzlies, and it's the Cavs that sweep them. All right, man. that was a really fun, realistic rebuild, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe. I've been looking at analytics, and 75% of you guys watching these videos are not subscribed. So if you could hit that button, it would really mean a lot to me. But this has been 2KJ. Blessings.